I'm gonna show you how you can make your photos pop and remove those harsh shadows so you can make them much more interesting. So first of all, let's import the photo to the Lightroom app. I'm using the Lightroom app on my iPad. So first of all, we can see that we have some nice composition, but the shadows and the lights are too harsh. So first of all, let's balance them. So let's go to the light section and reduce the highlights. First of all, we can add a little bit of contrast, just a touch. We don't want too much. I still want to make it look natural as possible. So let's drag the shadows a little bit higher so we can expose all the hidden details in this photo. We got quite a few of them. So with that, I'm going to reduce the harsh whites just about 30-35 negative. So yes, I will add just a little bit, I will reduce just a little bit of blacks to unveil all the hidden details, but I don't want too much, so just a tiny bit, around 9. That should be fine. Today I'm shooting in my kitchen because I don't have the AC in my room, so you have some nice view behind me. Now next step, what I would like to do is to go to the light curves. Okay, this is my favorite editing tool because you have so much freedom. You have a lot of creative range as well. So first of all, let's light the middles, darken the shadows, and I would like actually to harsh the blacks just a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna play around with the curves until I'm happy. I think this looks nice. I mean, there is no certain scheme for you to follow with the light curves. You should just go ahead and try, and every photo is different, so it will not work the same way and react the same way for another photo, probably. Now, what I would like to do is to concentrate actually on the face of the person. So what I'm going to do is create a new layer mask and just around his face. Okay, we're going to make the photo more interesting and more eye capturing. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the highlights. You can see here we get all these different skin tones and the light that is actually shining on the face, so it looks really nice this way. I'm gonna reduce the shadows so we can make this extra glow to the face because it's actually pretty dark. I'm not gonna touch the whites. Maybe I will just reduce a tiny bit, and I'm not touching the blacks. You can add a little bit of exposure, but it doesn't look good in this specific photo, so I'm gonna leave that out. Okay, now I'm gonna go hit the effect control option and change the texture. I'm gonna pump a little bit of texture into this photo so we can have all these nice details, all the pore details, the skin tones, and it just looks so much better. Gonna add a little bit of clarity as well. 20 should be more than enough. Gonna hit done and poof. And poof, just like this, I can show you, this is the before, this is the after. Looks already much better. Okay, so one more thing that I would like to do is to add additional mask for the eyes, because I really like to make the eyes pop. Okay, it makes the photo much more engaging and more interesting to look at. So what I'm going to do is to create this radial and duplicate it and place on the eyes. So let's pump a little bit of, let's add a little bit of highlights. Okay, just make sure that you don't over edit the photo, because this thing is very dangerous. You can mess up your photo really quickly, so be careful with that. We don't want too much excessive editing here. I just want to make it as realistic and as interesting as I can. So I mean, once again, if your thing is to make people look like aliens, that's up to you. I'm not judging. But just be careful with that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of white. Okay. And add more texture and clarity. Okay, I'm happy with that. So actually, let's delete this and duplicate, and then we're gonna add it to another eye. So let's have a look the before and after. It just looks so much better, right? Now I have some already made preset, so I'm going to use this one. I have bunch of them here. So let's see which one I like more. Yeah, they look really interesting, kind of artsy, right? Let's see. Oh, I like this one. Okay, that looks good. So let's go with this one. But now the photo is way too dark. We're gonna remove those harsh shadows. So I'm gonna go to the light profile, and we're going to reduce some of the blacks. And the shadows. Now let's see with the curve. Okay, I'm gonna play around with the curve a little bit. I think that's okay here. Okay, I'm happy with this. So that looks great. Now about the head, let's try to make the head, because it's a different color here and we don't have a lot of much different colors, which is fine, but let's see what will happen if we add just a little bit of color to the head, because the head is pink and everything is like brownish, dark blues. So we'll just go ahead and add a little bit extra color to this photo, so it already looks more interesting and more engaging. Now, oof, it looks much better. All right, I'm happy with that. One last thing that I think that can suit this photo is to add just a little bit of vignette right here in the effects section. So we're gonna add some vignette, just to make sure that the light spot is in the center of the photo. So when you have a light source in your photo, it will capture more attention. Okay, so here we have the person in the middle of the photo, we have the object in the middle of the photo, and we have all this light around him, so it's actually capturing the eye and the attention of the viewer. So just a little bit of vignette, I don't want too much, around 20-22 should be fine. So let's have a look, the before and the after. Wow, that's a long way, and it took us about 5 minutes or so, right? So I'm going to export this to the camera roll and upload this to this video. Okay, so that was it, guys. Smash the like button if you like the video, subscribe to the channel so we can meet more often and you will not miss any other videos coming out. And I see you in the next one. Peace.